All right. What I want to tell you now is about how to install XAMPP and configure it. XAMPP or WAMP, anyone you choose. But I'll be installing XAMPP since I already have WAMP. So first, you navigate to the setup you have. So mine installed in C. Go to the Coyote. Check downloads. It's not necessary you follow the same step I'm going now. Just navigate to where you have this XAMPP setup or WAMP setup. Guess that should be here. Yeah, that's it. So click on it. If you don't have the setup, you can Google it. Google XAMPP. The first result you see there, click on it and download it. It's not rocket science. Waiting for the setup to show. So it's saying you seems you have antivirus running, blah 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 blah. Just say yes. No, this is the XAMPP setup. So first step, click on next here. Then make sure all this stuff here are checked. That is your Apache. This is your web server. Apache. The MySQL is your database server. FileZilla is your FTP server. This is your mail server. Though it's not necessary you use this one. You can use another one. Tomcat, PHP. These are important. These are very important. PHP and Apache. Then these are optional ones, but it's good for you to have them. PHP admin, especially PHP admin. Then the fixed mail is necessary. It's not necessary, but you can install it. So next. Then in this place you leave this folder as it is, C and XAMPP. Then click on next. And remember, if you already have XAMPP, don't install it again. No? You just leave it. Click on next. And next. So setup's installing. I'm going to pause. When you finish installing, I'll resume. Okay. After you finish installing, you see this window. So you want to start the control panel now. And click finish. The control panel should pop up somewhere. And there's the control panel. Now I have an X on my SQL. If you also have this X, click on this X. Ask if you want to install my SQL service. Say yes. You should check that. Installing service successful. It's checked. FileZilla do the same thing. Yes. Service was installed. Okay. Should just leave that for now. Then what you do now is start your Apache service. It's running. Oh, it closed again. That means I'm having it running somewhere. So let's go and end it. Go to services. And this Apache is manual. Because I have one already. Let's check it. Let's check XAMPP. Okay. Apache automatic. Yeah, this is it. So I want to It's on manual. So I've created it. So you can see my Apache is checked, my SQL is checked, Fazilla is checked. So once this happens, if you have a problem like that, what you do is you go to services. This is Apache here. Apache as a service here. Check, because I've installed XAMPP before. That's why I have Apache 2.2. This is the latest 2.4, and this is disabled, so that will be conflicting. And this is automatic. That's the latest one. Is automatic, set to run automatically. Then you make sure you uninstall the former service that was there before. Then what you do is install that when you go to your XAMPP, check your Apache folder. See this bat file here, this command prompt file. It's called Apache underscore install service. Open it, should do its job. So install that service, then you come back here and install the service again. That's the new service, latest one, and everything should be up and running. So now what you do to continue this, let's close this, we don't need it anymore. You start Apache. See, Apache is running. You start MySQL. MySQL is running. So those are the two services we need for now. Open your browser. Now, first thing you do, navigate to your local host. Enter. Now it's asking you to choose which language you want XAMPP to be in. So go for English. That's it. So let's start this. So now we need to set up our MySQL database. So you can either do that by clicking phpMyAdmin here. Now this phpMyAdmin, there's ways of accessing it. Either you type localhost /phpMyAdmin. The same thing. And again, this localhost, that's an IP address. For example, if you open your command prompt and you ping 127.0.0.1 /t, you can see that it's replying with data. That means you're pinging the local host. That is, you're pinging your system to see if it is a network. So that's why if you type your address bar 127.0.0.1 enter, it's going to bring out that XAMPP page. That is similar as saying local host /XAMPP. So same thing, saying localhost /phpMyAdmin. So now you scroll down to the end of this page here and say your configuration file settings root with no password that corresponds to the default is running with this is Ubuntu tuition should leave a security hole. So what is it saying? That your database is not secured. That the default user root, that's a administrative, that user with administrative privileges, does not have a password, so anybody can just have access to your database you create. So to do that, now we need to set a password for this user called root. So what you go now, your phpMyAdmin homepage, click on users. Now under user you see root and the host localhost. That is this user. We want to set the password for this user. This is what you use immediately. Then you come to this place, click on edit privileges, scroll down. Now change password here. So you put your password in password you choose. You can either ask the system to generate a password for you. There's a password automatically to type password here for you, but you can choose to type your own custom password. since it's something you can remember. Let's move this so to cause confusion. So I want to use test here and test here. I'm gonna click on go. Now the password for root was changed successfully. Now after doing this, we need to go and set the config file. To do that, open your my computer, click on local Dixie, the XAMPP folder, and then look for this folder called phpMadmin. Open it. You can see there are a lot of PHP files here. So the file we need to edit now is this config.inc. The config.inc, these are the configurations that phpMadmin will use. So we come here, let's open it with another program. I'm going to use so it's be faster. It's not here. Use Opal++. I'm gonna check this and click on OK. Cancel this. So now this is the config.inc.php file. This is what I'm going to edit now. I remember phpMadmin is just an interface that you use to connect to your MySQL. phpMadmin is not the database server. Your database server is MySQL, so do not confuse both of them together. Now under this place, you see this config. This is probably an array. Yeah, an array. Under user you have root, and the password you put here is the password you typed in phpMadmin. So I use test. I'll just type test there, then allow no password. As it's saying, okay, you don't want that phpMadmin should not use any password, so we'll set this to false. So password, then bind localhost. So that this is the default address. This is it. So if you want to change the address, you want it to be 102. Let's say 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, anything you want. Leave that 0.1. So this is useful if you want to install it on the server, then other clients will access it from the server. So this is where you can change the localhost and stuff like that. Then the connection type is saying TCP. If it's not TCP, it is IP. If it's Linux, it is a novel. Different types of connection protocol. This is where you change it. So after I do this, you save the file, then you run phpMadmin again. Let's close this and this. Say localhost / phpMadmin. Yeah, it's working. So if you try to connect to your database now, you have to use three parameters: the user, that's the root, the host, the local host, and the password, that's the password you set for your database test. One more thing, let's come to users. For that, let's go to home first. If you scroll down now, that error that I usually give down here is no more there. That is, we've already set that password. So let's come back to users. Set the privileges for this. Scroll down. Okay, and doesn't have it. So that's for that. So I'm sure you learned how to install XAMPP on a new system, how to configure the database, password, how to start services. Then you can also come here, you can also access PHP through this place by clicking on the admin here to open your default web browser and take you to PHP. My default web browser is Opera. Let's go to open Opera now, and it's going to go to PHP. Then what else? Config. Now, what is really making PHP or a web server? PHP is just a language we use, just like JavaScript web server is the web browser. Without the web browser, JavaScript will not run. So now, without Apache, PHP is useless. PHP is just like a normal plain text document you can type anywhere. But before PHP will make meaning to you, you have to install Apache. And here you see some list of files that are used for PHP configuration. I don't touch these three. But this php.ini is a table. Now this is the php.ini. It involves PHP configurations. Lots of configurations are there, where I think that you need to concern yourself about is error part. You can go through. If your PHP is not displaying errors, you come here, not here, it's still long. Scroll down, can't remember the page number. I'll just go to page number. I think this is where you do it. What else again? Settings here. Then definitely okay, the settings here. You asked about how to insert multiple names at once. To do that, you come to your import. That's imported to your database now. Now you need to do that. You need to have a file that consists of all the students' names, their details, just the same way you arrange it in your database. That's the same way you arrange it in the access file. Then you come here, choose file. Now the different file formats here. Now you're saying all files, but the ones can accept is SQL and access. The reason why it can access only SQL access, the access to is a database program. You use Microsoft Access to create databases. So if you open Microsoft Access, you see let's see, Microsoft Office Access. Check logs. Not necessary. Now, Access can create a blank database. Create, just using it as an example. So now this is the ID. Remember, ID, you must always have an ID over there. So now, assuming your database has a name, it's going to say name is a keyword, blah 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 blah. But just ignore that. I should close this one. Why is this hanging now? Okay, the name is supplies the self keyword. I said, don't say that. Just this is, for example, this is matric. Level, guessing, course, department, uh, address, phone number, and so on. So say we have a student, his name is Kayode. My matric is OA/1234. My level is 100 level. My course is accounting. My department is education. My address is block A6 Benson Estate. The phone number is 123456789. So now this is a database now. Remember, you can also run SQL in access2, but that's a long thing. So you save this as a database file. Save as. I'll just click on save into the name of the table. Let's call it student, just like the way you name a table in PHP admin, student. Then you save it. Okay, save as. Ancestor and some database. And we are yes. Now choose the location. Let's say desktop. Click on save. Now let me see, as I saved. Okay, now you come to your import, and choose the file. Then let's say this is necessary. Let's go after this desktop. Remember, we saved it as database 11. So come here, for database 11. That's this. You can open. Now you can see it has already recognized the extension .accdb. Just access database. Then to format here, format is not in SQL. Document spreadsheet XML. No, this does not have that format. Then you have to use XML. That's it will go. Anyway, what you do now is you use XML to use XML or spreadsheet. Let me see. Open document spreadsheet. Hold on. I think I have something called open document here. Calc, draw, impress, math, writer, calc. Okay. But maybe I'll send another video for this, because this importing out stuff is a long thing. Let me check website itself. localhost/sard. Not found. I'm running on xampp and I've not copied those documents. I can start doing this one this night. See the time. Time has gone. So let's see what this one is saying now. Open office. This is like Excel or something like that. Let me see. Okay. But here it says oh, I think I've seen. I don't know my problem. What my problem is, I've not created a database. I have not created a database yet. So, let's set a database called test. Not table, find the database. So let's see, import now. I hope this works. Does not work. Does not still work? Okay, let's see. Creating a database. Connect. Don't reach the database. Create tables in table wizard. I say finish. ODF database. Now this one I'm not sure of. Let's click save it on desktop. Open document. Open office. Okay, let's say let's call it DD1. Let's save it. Supposed to run something. .odb. Not sure of this file format. Okay, queries, forms, stuff like that. That is cool. I think what's going to happen is that if you were to do it, okay, cancel this first. I'm definitely sleepy. Maybe just something like this. Let's call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 9 and 0. I want to save this. This is just for test purposes. ODF spreadsheet. No what template. We'll see. Okay, so you can see that XML here. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Let's call it test. Save it on desktop. Save. So let's try and import it and see if it makes sense. Keep current format. Save it on SML file. No, you go away. Close it down, close it, stay here. So choose the file, save as test, open, I think it's XML, format is XML, detected formally, so notion, and I click on go. Let's see what it says. Create table if not exist test. You have an error in SQL center. Okay, I want to check this. I'm going to get back to you. Then what else again? I hope this video helps. I might definitely sleepy. Goodbye.